Polers! Welcome to my YouTube channel. Eileen here with a new pole tutorial. Today we're going to be learning the Chinese climb. It looks a lot like a flying K, but with both hands on the pole. This is an intermediate type of climb, so make sure that you have a solid base to try this trick. Let's get on the pole. Alright, so first, of course, we're going to choose the side that we're going to start with. And you have to keep in mind that you're going to use one leg and your both arms to get up into this climb. So the first thing that we're going to do is choose the leg that we are going to work with. I'm going to start with my right leg, so I'm going to go and stand on the left side of the pole to face you as I do this. And that means that I'm going to place my right foot on the pole, pushing against the pole, and you want to put the foot right on the middle, right? So you don't want your metatarsus on the pole or your heel. You want it right at the middle of your foot, and your foot is going to be on this diagonal position. So it's not going to be front or completely sideways or looking down or whatever. It's on a diagonal position facing up. So my toes are on a diagonal facing to the ceiling, and my heel is on a diagonal facing down on the floor. And then I have the center of my foot pressing towards the pole, pushing the pole away. So that's the first thing that you want, and you're going to start with this leg bent, alright? So this leg has to be kind of right in front of your pelvis, so it's not too high and it's not too low. You want it right in front of your pelvis, alright? So just make sure that it works where it is. It might be a little higher or lower depending on you, but just see where it goes for you, which is the perfect spot for you to be able to push the pole away and keep bending that leg. The second thing that we're going to work on is the arms. So we have the leg on the pole, and now you have to think that the leg that you have on the pole is the one that is going to guide which arm goes at the bottom. So same arm of the leg that's on the pole is the one that's going to go on the bottom. So I have my right leg on the pole, which means that my right arm is going on the bottom, and my left arm is going on top of that right arm. Both hands are on a regular grip, and you are going to start with both arms bent so that you can push yourself towards the pole. And as you push with your arms, you're also pushing with your foot at the bottom, remember? And then we're going to lift the hip all the way up, getting our head down and getting that leg up. Your arms are going to stay bent all the time, as well as the leg. But the moment that we turn the body and our head is down and our bum is up, everything goes straight. So we straighten up the bottom leg and we straighten up the arms. And we're going to straighten up the leg. And then I'm going to show you that you can actually bend it again and hook it on the pole to go up and do whatever you want. That's why it's a Chinese climb. Alright, so right leg at the bottom, right arm at the bottom. Remember, your leg is not too high or too low. It's kind of on the same level as your pelvis, but it can be a little lower or higher depending on you. Just work and see where it goes for you, where you can feel that push. And then the arms are going to go a little higher than that. So you kind of get your arms really high, not really low either. It has to be right on the middle, where you can really feel that you can bring yourself up, alright? So as you can tell, my arms are higher than my shoulders. So just make sure they're always higher than your shoulders so that you can actually bring yourself up. But you can work with how high or how low. It's kind of always on the middle. Alright, so pushing into the pole with the bottom foot and using those arms to pull yourself up. We're going to push everything to get the hip up, the head low, and the leg up. So coming up, remember keeping the arms and the leg at the bottom bent to lift, bending and straightening once I get up. So bottom leg and arms are straight right now. This leg, you bring it forward to a bend, back like it would for a flying K but with both arms, or forward to hook on the knee and come up for whatever you want. All right, let's see it again. I'm going to do it on the other side so that you can spot how it looks from behind. So now I'm going to start with my left leg at the bottom. That means that my left arm goes at the bottom and my right arm goes right on top. Remember, everything bent to start, but once we get up, we straighten up. So pushing everything into the pole, bringing the hip up and straightening once I get up, and then this leg can go to a straddle, to that flying K, or up to hook on that Chinese climb, get up, and you can go for an inversion or whatever you want. All right, let's see it one last time. I'm going to do it a little backwards now so that you can also spot how it looks from here. So again, I'm doing my right leg at the bottom. So my right arm is at the bottom, left is on top. Everything is bending so I can push my body towards the pole. And as I come up, I straighten up everything. So pushing and pulling up, straightening, lifting the leg for a flying K, for a straddle, or hooking for that Chinese climb, and getting up to then go for an inversion or whatever you want. All right, so as I said, it's super important to be able to push with the foot, so make sure that you try a few times just here on the floor, like seeing where it's comfortable for you. Remember, you don't want it so low because that means that you're not gonna have a push. And the same if it's too high, you cannot push there. So make sure it's right on that angle where you can actually push the pull away. You wanna be able to push with that leg so that you can get the hip up. Then the arms also, you don't want them so low because then you cannot pull yourself up, or too high, same thing will happen. So make sure that you have the arms on the exact spot where you're going to bring yourself up, which is generally a little over the shoulders. And remember that the bottom leg guides the arm that goes down, right? So if we have our left leg on the pole, then the left arm is at the bottom. And then remember that you're pushing away the pole with the foot and you're pulling yourself up with those arms, and that you're starting everything bent so that you can actually push away and pull up. And once you get up, you straighten up everything so that you can hold that position. So starting bent to pull and push, and then straighten up to hold the position. And remember that you want to get the hip all the way up. So you don't want to be basically here like struggling down. You really need to get all the way up with the hip completely. Your head is low, your bum is up. You really need to work on getting that hip up and the head down. Remember that both arms go on a regular grip so that you can really hold that position, and that once you get up, you can play around. You can straighten up the leg to do kind of a flying K, but with both arms holding on the pole, or you can do a straddle, or you can just go and hook directly on the pole like you would for a climb. So you can totally just go for a climb into another Chinese if you want to. So you could go here, hook, come up, and then go, for example, for an inversion or any trick that you want. All right, so I hope that you learned how to do the Chinese climb or this variation of a flying K with both hands. This is not a very hard trick. I'm sure you're going to be able to do it. Remember to work hard, be patient, do both sides. Even if one is harder than the other, maybe work with a mattress at the floor so that you are completely safe to try this. And have fun, which is the most important part, so enjoy the process. I hope that you liked this video, and if you did, please give it a like, subscribe to my channel, turn on the notifications, and drop in the comments all the feedback or questions that you have for me. As always, I am very happy to connect with you all, so please feel free to reach out. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I hope I will see you soon on my next video.